Our next speaker is someone who needs no introduction, but I will give one anyway. She will be speaking to you about the new website that CDAT has put together and the platform of how you can connect and find your resources. She is the lady responsible for this evening, for this day, for tomorrow, and for the entire 48 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Gail Easton.
Thanks so much, Nick. So as we've said throughout our regional forums, we are really excited that there's a brand new platform that is available just for the CDATs, and it's part of a legacy of what we like to offer under the contract that we're managing as well. Okay, so what do CDATs look like? All of you have had your CDOs speaking with you in regards to action plans, so we're really excited about what you've been working on over the past few months. But what we'd like to do is, what does it look like for you and your communities in 2023? So reasonably similar to what you're looking at now, with just a hint of difference. So funded opportunities, you've heard that mentioned this morning by Daniel and by David, is that we're really happy to be able to provide for the CDATs for regional partnership grants to the value of $25,000. What that actually means is it is a collaborative approach. It's not a single CDAT that would receive this money. It would be a partnership of perhaps 2 or 3 CDATs and other external partners. So what we'd like to do is have a look at what some of those issues are within the regions, which we have been able to collect that information from the regional forums. So we've been able to do a bit of a snapshot on what we see are some key issues, and we're really, really eager and keen to have these conversations with you in regards to what it is that we'd be able to address from a bigger pocket of funding. We all know that money's the issue. Money does make the world go round, which is a little bit unfortunate in that sense. But let's look at that $25,000 and how it is that we can actually amplify it and make it look like $250,000 from the work that all of you do within the communities. And I think we've had some really great bases of thinking outside the box, with Dee introducing us to the day of let's look at our strengths rather than our deficits and let's pull them together, because from there that $25,000 does look like $250,000. So supporting your training as well, and I would just love to thank every member that has engaged with us over the last 15 months in particular around the opportunities that we have already provided. It has been an overwhelming response to the program, particularly through COVID. The number of times that I've been told they won't come, it's all online, and my catch cry was just you wait and see. So we have had the opportunity to deliver some opportunities through Matilda Centre, through Annie Bleecker, through Yetta, and a webinar with family drug support, and we've had over 350 registrations for those. But what we'd like to do is to continue that support in training. And what we've actually heard is, how is it that we map out our projects? What sort of project planning do we need to do? So we've been listening, and we want to cater for your needs and support you in that. So project planning, grant writing, evaluations, and a little bit of governance. And let's face it, governance is never a sexy thing, but leave us with it. We'll make it sexy. So when will things happen? Timelines this year have been a little bit erratic. Trust me, we've all felt it at our end. But what we'd like to be able to do is just take you through what some of our expectations are in regards to supporting you through the next 12 months. So acquittals and evaluations, you'll start to hear that a lot more in these next couple of weeks. So we've got timelines on that where we'd actually like to have your evaluations and your acquittals in around mid-July. And the reason for that is our lovely friends at the ministry want to keep giving us money, so we need to show that we're doing great stuff with it. So you can see June, July, that's where we're having these conversations. Well, there's probably a dot point in there that needn't be revealed, but that's the work of the CDOs behind the scenes. So we're collecting your data as well. That makes us, it enables us to be able to provide that information back to the ministry and demonstrate the fantastic work that you're all doing on the ground. The first quarter, so we're going to work in financial quarters because that's how we work. July, August, we'll be supporting you with the planning and the scoping of activities, so hence where some of that training will actually come into play as well. So we'll try and weave that, so to speak, into place for you. Then in August, September, we'll look at wanting your action plans submitted with your budgets with a 30th of September deadline. Now, we've had a lot of flexibility over the last 12 months. We won't have that in the next 12 months. Our second quarter, so the October, is we'll review your submissions and look to approve your action plans, with the CDATs being notified in November, all of your back end of administration documents so that we're enabling you to have the money transferred over into your bank accounts. And then from December through to May, that's where we'll really look at your activities being delivered, activities on the ground, supporting your communities, doing those wonderful work that you do out there. June 23 is when we look to, again, end of June. We have to have them in by the end of June next year. We're funded until December 2023, so it will be an interesting year of communication with you all, but we'll be supporting you all the way through it. And what we're doing is we're doing the learnings with you, so you're not on this journey alone, we're taking this journey with you. Regional forums, as we said, we've already delivered 8 within all of the communities already across the regions, but we would still like to be able to support you. So we'll look at how our regional forums can also be supported with some of those learnings and work it in with your timelines. But we will be looking around late October to early November that we'd like to be able to bring those regions back together again. So we just want to be able to support you, have a chat with you and see how it is that we can fill any gaps that might be out there. So in 2023 in May, let's do all of this all over again. Do I really want to say that out aloud? I am very honoured to be able to work in the role as State Manager. I've been a part of the CDAT program for a number of years, so to be able to be at this pointy end of it is certainly a learning curve for me. But the opportunities to really see it from a much bigger perspective, not just a regional perspective, is really fantastic. So next year, what we want to do is we want to celebrate you more. You'll have more opportunity for you guys. Maybe I shouldn't say that out aloud, you might get a bit frightened. But we really want to hear more about you and the activities that you've been doing, what you've learned, what it is that you've delivered and how that's changed your community or affecting change. We've said it this morning a couple of times that sometimes change takes a long time and then all of a sudden it happens. So let's be a part of letting it happen. Oh no, you're not there yet. So, Nelly, had ya? So as we've mentioned, or as I mentioned at the beginning, one of the things that I'm really excited about and moving forward over these next few months in particular and possibly even the next few weeks is the CDAT website. It is now a standalone platform for CDATs. So we have 2 elements of the website. And I know that we've mentioned this at the regional forum and we've gotten a few of you very excited about what this is actually going to do. So as you can see, this is our landing page in regards to our CDAT. So as you can see, we're building stronger communities together. I don't know, has anybody except for our staff actually been onto the CDAT website at all? Thank you, Dee. Thank you. Yeah, put your hands up, be brave. Thank you. Fantastic. And one thing that I do need to acknowledge is Dennis, thank you. He was a very large part of actually making sure all of this platform happened. I came in like a deer in the headlights and Dennis took the steering wheel and said, it's all right, Gail, we'll get you there. So thank you, Dennis. I'd like to acknowledge that one as well. Not an easy task, I've come to understand. So on our page, within there, we give you some information, how we can help, what we do within the CDAT program. We've got some member news and stories, and this is the part where we're really fortunate to be able to gather all of this information from you. So there's still a lot of work for me to do behind the scenes to really make sure that we're promoting the activities that you're doing and the outcomes that you're achieving. A little bit about a story from one of our CDATs. And then what we'd actually like you to do. So within there, I'm not going to go through absolutely every tab, but what it is that I'll stop touching things, Gail. What it is that we would really like to get you excited about is the get involved. So in here we do say get involved and make a difference. And from there, what we actually do need is a drop-down window that says members. Whose phone is that? Who owes us some lunch? I didn't even see whose that was. Okay. So in here, what we'd like to do over lunch and throughout today and tomorrow is encourage all of you to register. So within there, what we are encouraging you to do, hit the Get Involved button. A little red person will pop up. And in there, we just ask you to register your email contacts. Now, there is a glitch in there at the moment that not all of the CDATs are listed, but please register yourself. What we'll do is we've got the data, we know who you are and where you're from, so we can go back and we can do some cross checks. And once we've got the glitch sorted, apparently our web developer behind the scenes is in Italy. So rude that he's on holidays. Anyway, he'll be back soon, so we've got some time set up to work with him. But we encourage you to get involved, and then within the once it comes through, you'll be approved, and then it will take you into this page that you're looking at now. So what you'll see is, again, we've still got some work to do. There's some work behind the scenes, but we're actually populating this with the information that will be helpful to you. So there's templates in there for your meetings, your agendas. There's some local data sources. It's something that we've spoken about at our regional forums as well, is that when you're looking at what your issues are within your communities, and we've had some really great opportunities to learn about different ways of collecting data today, and this is also an opportunity for us to gather that data, to harness that data and populate in here ways that you can go about it. This is specifically a part of the website that is just for you as members. So if you want to learn more, do more, and communicate more, you also have that opportunity within this platform. So under the banner of forums, this is where you can actually create a conversation. And as you can see, we're speaking in Latin, so we will get that in English for you. Again, embarrassing. But there's topics in there, topics that are relevant to you as CDATs. Jump in there, ask a question. As you become members, put it out there. We'll be monitoring it from behind the scenes, so we'll be encouraging conversation in this space. Something that we do know, and this is also previous experience of being a community development officer on the ground, is that you want to be able to connect with each other a lot more. Who's doing what in what space? What are they doing? How did they do it? How did they go about it? Who else did they work with? This is the ideal platform for you to be able to do that, to have those conversations, to get curious, to share your knowledge, to share your experiences, to explore. So we are really excited that this is a part of what we're able to do and how we're able to do that for you. As I say, it's a legacy that we offer in the sense of the program and the contract that we have. This website, this landing page will be about you and always about you as CDATs. And I think I'm going pretty close to time. People are getting a little bit hungry. Is it, yep? Another 10 minutes? Any questions from the floor? Because I can just dribble a little bit more and I'm not very good at Latin. Any questions? Anybody want to know a little bit more? Whilst we've got Dennis in the room, we can also ask him a question. What do you think about it? Is it something that you feel would be useful for the CDATs? Yep. What do you think would be the most useful thing within the platform that is provided for you?
Just being able to have somewhere to send people when they're inquiring about what is the CDAT, what do you do, what's expected.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are more resources, as we've said, those that have been at the regional forums. Our evidence-based activity guide literally is a blip, just a blip from being put up onto the website. And that gives you a whole heap of information about the different types of activities that we encourage you to think about under particular topics. And we give you a lot of examples and resources. Those that have been at the regional forums have also had the very raw version of that. So thankfully it's been done by a graphic designer who's made it look a lot prettier than what I could. But there's a whole heap of resources that are in there as well. Any other benefits that you think that you'll gain from the website?
I think this is really exciting in the space of especially those bigger grants being rolled out, like for obviously whole areas, not just kind of locally, to be able to communicate about what's going on. Like, I think I found that each CDAT is doing amazing work, but we're all doing it in such isolation that we're continuously reinventing the wheel. Whereas when we can start communicating, and especially on like a forum like this, it brings us together like this on a united front 365 days of the year rather than just a 2-day event each 12 months.
Yeah, a lot less stressful for me too, just quietly. Anything else? Any other benefits that you'd like to see come from the platforms that we've got? Oh, you've got your microphone on.
I just wanted to jump off what this lady up the front said, which is it also allows us to establish and keep those connections that we're even making today through the website and that forum. And I think it goes with what some of the speakers have said is like, you know, establishing relationships and stakeholders now for when you need them in the future. So it's feeding into all of that.
That's wonderful. And that was the whole intent behind developing the website, and particularly this platform, was that you benefit from it. You find the strengths, you find the people. You're a community all as one, as well as individual communities. And to be a part of a CDAT program that has over 60 active communities, we're privileged to be a part of your communities as well. So tell us what you'd like. Let us know. Let us help you. Let us help you build. Let us help you make a difference. Anything else?
Gail, one of the other things I think we forget is that CDAT is for volunteers.
Absolutely.
A lot of times when you're been in the drug and alcohol field like I've been, some of it comes second nature. But I'd like someone who can walk off the street that has a passion for it, who's never done anything like this. So if this achieves that, then we're ahead. Because we, as volunteers, some of them don't have the skills or the skill set that is needed to run a volunteer organisation. So I think that's absolutely essential. And if you've done that, then congratulations.
It's not alone that I've done it, but it's something that we saw as very important. Again, we need to listen to you so that we can help you. So, we're not experts in the field either, but we know who the experts are, and let's help you connect to those experts. Let's help everybody have, and I haven't said it yet, incidental, accidental and purposeful conversations across everything that we do. When we're curious, when we engage, we are the change that we want to see. That is what the purpose of this program is that collectively we make a difference. Collectively, we care. And collectively, we need to shout it out aloud as well. So I'm really pleased that that's how you've responded to that. Jump on, register, because I'll be watching. And I know who's here today. So you'll get a phone call or an email, and we'd love to have you involved in there. Let's start some more conversation. Let's share our information. Let's get to know one another a lot better, because that's what drives me to get out of bed every day, is that we can make a difference. And I am passionate about this, and I'm very privileged to be a part of this program as well. So I'm going to wrap it up there and give you a few extra minutes for lunch. But thank you. Enjoy it. If you've got questions, shout out. That's what we're here for. So thanks very much.
Now, we've made a collective decision as a team not to overload you with tons of bags of this stuff, because you've already got loads of it, but you are not getting out of here without wearing the official bucket hat.
Okay. Place it nicely. You're joining me. Thanks.
Thanks so much, Gail. So just some quick takeaways from the sessions that you've seen in this middle segment. Anyone would like to share one thing that's really stood out for them?
For me, it's definitely sharing my culture with the weaving. It was very fun. And just, watching the room, everyone trying to weave and those who already know how to do it.
Beautiful. Thank you. What's your name?
Nadika.
Let's give Nadita a round of applause. Anybody else? Everyone wants to go to lunch.
Community engagement starts with tea and cake.
Community engagement starts with tea and cake. We're getting to the tea and cake in about 30 seconds. What's your name, sorry?
Leela.
Leela, round of applause for Leela. Thank you very much.